the copper bulb. Most people thought that it was going to be useless, but yeah, as you can see in the background, I mean they're not so bad, especially because you can do this with them. So now that you know what it's capable of, let's go through it. Also, if you want more info on things like this, then I gotta tell you, Mumbo Jumbo has a great video on it, so I encourage you to go check that out, subscribe to him, and subscribe to me. If I hit 5 likes on this video, I'll make my next video about the Auto Crafter. Although if you start moving around, it does kind of break the illusion along the line. But the closer you are to the moving lights, the better. This is the copper bulb, and the reason that it's so cool is it's essentially a 1-block T flip-flop. And in case you didn't know, this is a T flip-flop. It's just one of many designs of a T flip-flop. Why is that there? It shouldn't be there. What this design does is it turns a button into a lever, where you turn it on, and it emits a signal with the comparator. Click it again, and it's off. Like I said, there are many other designs, so there's lots of other ways to do it than this, but this is certainly a way to do it, and it's the way that I usually do it. But this block essentially does the exact same thing that this huge thing does in literally 1 block. And by huge, I mean tiny, but it's huge compared to this. I mean, look at that. That is hard to argue with. And that means we can do some crazy things with it, like this sign here. It's essentially just an observer trail that goes up, hooked up to this redstone clock, all the way to the top, and then it triggers this observer, which triggers this one, all the way along the line, all on these rows. And then these observers detect these observers and fire accordingly. And the reason you can't do this with redstone lamps is because that would just turn it on for a second. But instead of turning it on for a second, we're toggling whether or not this is on or off. Meaning that if we were to do the exact same thing with redstone lamps, I'm not gonna fix it because, like, doing this for every pixel of it takes so long, and I spent, like, no joke, half an hour on this. But you get the point. It's really awesome, and you can build some cool things with this. But if you want to build something like this for yourself, all you've got to do is take some observers, place them however large you want to make your screen thingy, and then place more observers running along the line like this. And like I said, this design doesn't have to be this big. It can be, wait, these are facing the wrong way. Then you place the observers like this here. And then we've got something that looks like this. Observers facing this way on that side and this way on that side. Then the side with the red dots on it, you just want to cover it in these bulbs. And something that you should note is that these bulbs actually get dimmer and dimmer depending on how oxidized they are, because they're copper. So you're going to want to wax them like I've done here. See, waxed copper bulb. And then come down here. You actually you want to remove these bulbs because I said it in the wrong order. So the next thing we've got to do is set up some kind of redstone clock. It can be relatively slow if you want just like a pulse every once in a while, or it can be incredibly fast if you want like constant pulses. But if you're trying to make a sign that someone's gonna read, you probably don't want it super fast because that can make it hard to read. And say you want a little smiley face right there, then you can do that to turn these two on, and then turn the rest on like this. So you just basically take a button or just power it like that in some way. We've got something that looks a little bit like a smiley face. And then we've got the clock started, and you'll see every now and then it's alright, I fixed it now. You need to trigger the observer with something different, but as you can see, now every now and then it'll send a pulse through it, and it just looks so cool. I mean, look at this. Now, obviously, it looks way nicer on a large scale, because on a large scale, it just sort of looks like it flashes for a sec. But it's still really cool. We've got all this cool stuff. And as you will also see, I'm going to clear my inventory. As you can also see, there's a brand new command. This command is the tick command. So you can control time. So tick rate, let's say 10. Now Minecraft runs half as fast. So you'll see everything is moving at half speed. If I throw items, they are also going slowly. And if I take food and try to eat it, you'll see that the animations and literally everything is just so slow. I heard of this thing that's supposedly the hardest clutch in all of Minecraft, and I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna set my tick to 1, set it to 20 for a sec so that I can get some decent height. Then I'm gonna set it to 1 and then go into survival mode and see if I can land the clutch. My head is taking so much time to react. But, I just did 360 with my head. Alright, essentially this clutch works is I take the bone meal, I bone meal that fungus, and then I get all caught up in the vines. Oh, that's an image right there. Man. This is not letting me respawn. 200. 200 is better. Oh, so they just immediately go onto the floor. Wait, do I fall any faster? That doesn't feel faster. I'm really good at water bucket clutching. Does it prevent me from water bucket clutching as good? Whoa. Oh man, look at that. Once again, use this command responsibly, kids. Look at that. Spreads instantly. Water bucket climbing is easier now. Oh, wait, the bubble bar goes down faster too. Wait, Alright, so you can still clutch with the speed, but since these are stubborn blocks of copper and they aren't oxidizing, this is the exposed copper, the weathered copper, and the oxidized copper. Look at this whole set. Also, I heard they're adding something called the Gust. Oh, I was so excited for the Gust, but it's not in this snapshot yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.